One last question. So I introduced Austin to the Oklahoma City Memorial, right? And I did a research project on it last semester in grad school. But what can you say about the community of Oklahoma and, how they, the Oklahoma standard and things like that, and what this state, I guess, is kind of all about, like their MO?
I mean, I feel like it's just a big, I don't know if it's all the South or just Oklahoma, but everyone's so nice here. Everyone's such a family.
Hmm.
It feels like I've lived so many places and nothing's like being back in Oklahoma or the South where everyone holds a door open for you or says thank you or you're
Hmm.
welcome. And you don't get that everywhere. And people don't realize that if you're from here, it's just a way of life and everyone's really nice and says how you're doing and how you doing. And just to random people. And it's a way of life here. And um, it, it keeps us coming back because it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mhm.
I've seen all parts of the world and there's nothing quite like being home in Oklahoma
Mhm.
and the people here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, as much as we try, the Midwest, Wisconsin to be, really nice, and I think Wisconsin as a whole, is on the nicer side, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's something that nostalgia of being home, like you said, everybody, is welcoming, and I kind of get that sense here, and I've been here for 6 months, so
Well, and I've been
Yeah.
here for 3 days. Um, I don't want to say that I fell in love with it because obviously it'd have to take a little bit more for me to get introduced to everything fully to make it a non-biased decision.
Yeah.
But I noticed it right away. Besides the turnpike and the speed limits and stuff like that, everybody it just had that feeling that there's a strong sense of community, especially when visiting the memorial.
yeah.
That was I could feel it. I was never a part of it. I wasn't even born when it happened, but
I
I
didn't
felt
even
that
learn about it.
exactly
Yeah.
like, and I felt that sense of community, and I could probably make an assumption. I know assumptions aren't always good, but in events in the future, I feel like that community sense is just going to be,
Really important.
yeah, it's just going to be exponentially, important forever in this state, as well as I think it can exist in the rest of the South as well, and the
Country
rest of
needs
the
more of it.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit of
Yeah.
that community
Yeah.
sense we need to have in a couple more facets of our nation. But um, yeah, I love this state and I love the city of Norman and Oklahoma City, and I've only been here for
Yeah.
3 days, so I
It
can
was-
only
Yeah.
imagine what it's like to be able to call it home and to come.
No, yeah. Everyone asks like, "What's Oklahoma?" Like, no one goes to Oklahoma. So, what's Oklahoma like? Like, there's no I just say there's no reason to go there, but it's a good place to raise a family and live because everyone's nice and it's cheap. It's relatively cheap and it's a big family there. And um, going back to the bombing memorial, I was actually in preschool about 3 blocks away when that happened.
Oh wow.
And we were outside. Yeah, I remember being on the playground when it happened and all the windows on our building shattering. And it was really scary. My parents had to come pick me up like right after it happened because we were so close. It was a scary time. But yeah, it's definitely brought people closer together. And that memorial is amazing.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it
Yeah.
was very powerful.
Mhm.